Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Concordia Charlie Academy discussion. Thanks for tuning in this year as we talk about all of our plans at Concordia.
My name is Kelly Mathias. I serve as the director in our Center for Student Engagement, which is a student life office that does all things student involvement. So everything from study abroad, service learning, student activities, things like that. Yeah, we have had a great history with Charlie Academy already, even though it's very new. Bruce approached us 2 years ago with the Charlie Academy resource. And so we started offering Charlie Academy to our online students specifically with just one email, and we had over 100 students take us up on it, which we thought was a fantastic turnaround on that outreach. After reviewing Charlie Academy, we realized there are so many great partnership opportunities, and so we put it out for a full administrative review. We had our president, our provost, our dean of students, and even our entire business faculty review the product and help us identify places on campus where it can get used, which has been great. We at Concordia have seen a lot of value in using Charlie Academy for a number of reasons, including the leadership development of our students, professional development opportunities for our fellow staff and faculty, the opportunity for customization of the project or of the product. For example, we took one of the Charlie Academy courses and are putting CSP students' photos and videos embedded in that so that it looks like a Concordia specific product. And then even for classroom and teaching, I teach our first year seminar experience. And as part of that, we're going to weave Charlie Academy in because it hits on a lot of those soft skills and the career development goals that we have woven into that course. So we really have already seen a number of ways that we can use and partner with Charlie Academy.
Awesome. Thanks, Kelly. I'll take it over from here. My name is Jake Wacom. I have worked here for 3 years at Concordia St. Paul. I started in our student life team. I was overseeing student leadership, trainings, a lot of education, implementation within our leadership programs, and oversight of our residence halls and our residence life program. I recently transitioned. I was working with education and a lot of leadership on campus. So my title has been rebranded. I'm now the director of student life, education, and leadership. It makes sense. So that job essentially is to increase engagement and learning on campus, specifically within our co-curricular side. So what does that look like for Charlie? A large portion of my position is supporting the implementation of Charlie courses and modules. So we've been doing this in our leadership programs, obviously within trainings, as I mentioned, in our living learning communities on campus, our first inaugural living learning community called our business leadership community, and in curriculum. So within our first semester, we have courses built in and modules built into 15 different locations and 15 different elements on campus, opportunities for students, staff, and faculty to dive in. So here's just a little bit of insight into our strategy development and the implementation process. So we started strategy planning and implementation planning about a year ago. It really took flight in late 2018, and then this whole summer of 2020, even post-pandemic, we started really diving in with small groups of individuals that grew and grew and grew, and asked ourselves, where do these fit? How do they match with our core competencies? How do they match with our learning outcomes? And what students are going to truly love? So we started with concept mapping. We did departmental learning outcomes, again, proposing those Charlie Academy courses into an integration. We met with our business department, who was on board from the moment we pitched this to launch our business leadership community in LLC. We partnered very quickly with Residence Life, my previous department, our engagement office that Kelly oversees, career development, student accessibility services, and we even held small focus groups of business students that led to some fantastic marketing videos and Charlie Academy focus groups this summer. And essentially we said, what do you like? What do you not like? How does this fit for students? Is where do you see learning happening? And we gave them the opportunity to say, yes, this is exactly where I see in my 4 years here, in my 5th year, me as a graduate student, me as a first year student, this is where I could really see learning taking place. So our plan was to get the approval through that data, through student voice, have that proof for retention, hit the ground, build momentum. And then we found out that it landed on our provost and president's desk, and they were already approving of this, but it took off from there. So now the 3 of us that we're here chatting with you today, the trajectory is not just traditional population, it's focusing on our online population. Those 100 students that responded to Kelly right away, that has taken off. And now we can have our leadership program being developed entirely online to hit these modules within different areas. So that's been a little bit of strategy, but truly it was the start of an idea, 3 or 4 places that would really work, and now it's starting to catch and take on fire, and it's been fantastic to implement here on campus. So that's a little bit from me. Once again, I'm Jake.
I'm Hannah. I'm the last part of the Concordia Charlie team. So I'm a graduate assistant in student life and leadership, and I'm also a summer intern for Charlie Academy. So I started with a one-time review of the website. Bruce had come to campus and met with just a couple student leaders. Then I transitioned into the focus group, and then I was offered the internship. So I'm really excited about this fall in Charlie Academy because, as Jake had mentioned, we are in 15 different places this year on campus, and that includes resident assistant training, peer mentor training, comic crew training, which is our welcome weekend staff, our student life desk training, and our intramural e-board. We are also really excited. We're going to be in a couple different classrooms and classes, and also for workshops, which is a really awesome opportunity to use Charlie courses. We have a student leadership day at Concordia where we have around 70 or so of our student leaders that are coming on campus, and they'll be taking a Charlie course before, and then one of their workshops that day will be all based on the course tapping into motivation. So at Concordia, Charlie Academy is run out of our Blackboard system. So it's an environment that the students already know, they're familiar with, so they're able to really dive in and get going right away on Charlie Academy. Also, with it being in our Blackboard system, students can go through at their own pace or under the instruction of a professor or a faculty or staff, which is something we're really excited about. So once again, I'm Hannah, and I just want to thank you for listening to the first part of our presentation about Concordia and Charlie and the relationship there. We're super excited to touch base again at the end of the semester to update you on all of our integration efforts. Thank you.